Hi everyone. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today, we're going to dive into a heartfelt story, a journey of a mother and daughter living a simple life filled with love, struggles, and the courage to move forward. It's a touching tale of separation, forgiveness, and the power of family, where even in the smallest moments, happiness can bloom. So sit back, relax, and let's explore this emotional journey together. And if you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. That morning, the early sunlight filtered through the trees, gently casting a warm golden glow over Huyen's courtyard. Everything was simple, yet strangely peaceful. In her old, worn apron, Huyen diligently watered the vegetables. Her slender hands lifted the heavy watering can, beads of sweat mingling with the morning dew. Maya, the little girl with bright eyes, skipped over to her mother, her voice as clear as a passing breeze. "Mom, let me water the plants." Huyen turned around, smiling gently and shaking her head. "The can's too heavy, sweetheart. Why don't you sweep the yard for me?" Maya pouted a little, but obeyed, grabbing the broom and sweeping with clumsy strokes. Dry leaves swirled in the breeze, blending with the cheerful laughter of mother and daughter. The scene was simple, yet heartwarming, as if, in this small courtyard, happiness always existed, as long as there was love and laughter. But then, when Huyen picked up the scissors to trim Maya's hair, the atmosphere shifted. "Mom, don't cut it short. Please, I want long hair to look pretty." Maya's wide eyes sparkled with worry as she stepped back. Huyen chuckled, her voice soft. "I'm only trimming a little. Sit still now." But Maya, quick as a squirrel, darted behind a pile of straw, shouting as she ran, "I don't want a haircut." Huyen pretended to scold her, chasing after her, but her eyes brimmed with affection. Their laughter echoed through the yard, mingling with the rustling wind and dry leaves, creating a simple, warm melody of life. In that moment, Huyen realized, despite life's many worries, hearing her daughter's laughter made all her hardships melt away. She paused, looking at Maya peeking from behind the straw pile, her heart soft as water. "As long as you're happy, I can endure anything," she thought. But deep in her heart, a quiet worry lingered. Could she give Maya a brighter future? The morning passed quickly, and the sky began to cloud over. Rain was forecast. In the small kitchen, Huyen checked Maya's school bag. "Maya, don't forget your umbrella. It might rain this afternoon." The little girl tied her hair up high, beaming with pride. "Mom, I got a perfect score today." Huyen smiled, gently stroking her daughter's hair, her eyes glowing with pride mixed with worry. She wanted Maya to have a proper education, a bright future, free from the struggles she faced. But the burden of money weighed on her shoulders every day. The phone rang, shattering the peaceful moment. On the other end, Ms. Tieu's cold voice spoke. "Come tomorrow to sign the divorce papers. The land will be split evenly for fairness." Huyen gripped the phone tightly, her heart heavy. "I just want to be free, with no more ties," she said, her voice trembling but resolute. Hanging up, she looked at Maya tying her shoes, her innocent smile giving Huyen renewed strength. She took a deep breath, telling herself, "For her, I have to be strong." Holding Maya's hand, they stepped out into the alley. The cold wind blew, tousling their hair. Huyen's thoughts drifted to Day, the man somewhere far away, chasing a living. Was he safe? Did he still think of them? those questions crept into her heart, like faint sunlight filtering through thick clouds, warming yet tinged with ache. Huyen held her daughter's hand tightly, walking down the misty path, but a small flame still burned in her eyes. She believed that one day she and Maya would no longer live in worry. As long as they kept moving forward, no matter how far the road or how heavy the rain, the future lay ahead. The sun rose higher, casting a radiant glow over the lush green radish fields. Huyen bent down, her back bowed under the weight, stepping into the garden and chatting with an old farmer. "Uncle, the radishes look great this year. Can you sell them to me a bit cheaper?" The farmer smiled kindly, nodded, and helped her pull up the biggest, whitest radishes. Each swing of the hoe, each bead of sweat falling to the earth, carried her hopes. Huyen thought of Maya, of Diep, and of her dream for a day when their family no longer struggled for food or clothing. She tied up the basket of radishes, her back drenched with sweat, and trudged to the ferry to head to the market. The market was bustling that day. The sounds of vendors calling out and haggling blended into a symphony of survival. Huyen set up her stall, her voice clear and lively. "Sweet radishes here, 15,000 a kilo. Who wants some?" She smiled at each customer, though her hands trembled from exhaustion. An elderly woman stopped, bargaining, and Huyen replied gently, "I only make a small profit, ma'am." Every coin earned, no matter how small, was a step toward her simple dream. A warm home where Maya could grow up happy, where Dee could return and share their life. As the sun climbed to its peak, Huyen wiped her sweat, watching her radish basket dwindle with a small spark of joy. She thought of Dee. Where was he now? Was he still weary on his long journey? His memory was her motivation, her reason to keep pushing forward. The market breeze carried the scent of earth and fresh vegetables, making Huyen feel resilient. Amid the bustling crowd, she stood firm, her eyes shining with determination. No matter how harsh life was, with faith and love, anything could be overcome. And there, amid the calls and chatter, the image of the small woman with a gentle smile shone brightly, like an unquenchable lamp in the crowded market of life. Because Huyen understood that happiness wasn't in wealth, but in seeing her daughter smile each day, in living with the belief that the future would be better. That afternoon, as Huyen carried her goods home, the sky turned a soft purple. The evening breeze swept through the fields, gently lifting her hair, now damp with sweat. Though tired, there was a quiet peace in Huyen's eyes, the feeling of someone who had given their all for the day. In the distance, Maya sat on the porch, coloring in her notebook. Seeing her mother, she squealed, her bare feet pattering as she ran to greet her. "Mom, I drew you." The simple drawing showed a mother in a conical hat, carrying vegetables on her shoulder, next to a smiling girl in a field. Huyen's eyes stung as she looked at it. "It's beautiful. I look younger than in real life." Mother and daughter burst into laughter, their voices blending with the evening breeze, echoing down the red dirt road. After a simple dinner, when Maya was asleep, Huyen sat quietly on the porch. The yellow lamplight cast shadows on her pensive face. She opened a small box containing a few old photos, wedding pictures, Day holding a young Maya. Memories flooded back like a slow-motion film. Day had been a kind, hard-working man, promising Huyen a life of comfort. But then came setbacks, lost jobs, mounting debts. He chose to leave to find a new path, while Huyen stayed behind, shouldering the family alone. "Where are you now, Dae? Are you okay?" she whispered, her eyes gazing into the distance. There was no answer, only the chirping of crickets in the fields and the faint moonlight filtering through the window. The next morning, a sudden message lit up her phone. "I'm back. Can we meet this afternoon?" Huyen froze. Her hands trembled, her heart racing. How long had it been since she'd heard from him? A mix of emotions swirled: joy, nervousness, and worry. She took a deep breath and looked at Maya, chattering happily as she prepared for school. "Be good today, sweetheart. Mom has something to do this afternoon." All day, Huyen worked with her mind elsewhere. She didn't know how to face Diep, the man who had hurt her, but whom she had once loved deeply. As the afternoon faded, Huyen walked to a small riverside cafe. The place was quiet, with only a few customers watching the water flow. Dae was already there, thinner than before, his eyes weary but warm. When he saw her, he stood, offering a shy smile, like someone carrying guilt. "It's been a long time, Huyen." "Almost 3 years," she replied, her voice soft but guarded. A long silence followed. The wind whistled through the door, and the clink of a spoon against a coffee cup rang clear. Dae spoke quietly. "I'm sorry. Back then, I was too weak to face things. I left to start over, but the further I went, the more I missed you and Maya." Huyen stayed silent, her eyes fixed on the river shimmering in the sunset. "Do you know that at home, Maya waited for you every day? Every night she asked, 'When is Dad coming back?' And I didn't know what to say." Her voice choked. Dae lowered his head, his hands clenched. "I know, and I regret it so much. I don't expect you to forgive me right away. I just want to see Maya, and if you'll allow it, I want to start again, even from scratch." In that moment, memories flooded back. Huyen recalled rainy nights, holding Maya alone as she slept. Days when the market was slow, with barely enough money for rice. All the pain and hardship she'd buried surged up, glistening in her teary eyes. But then, she said softly, "I don't hate you. I just hope this time you won't leave again." He nodded, his eyes glistening. Outside, the first rain of the season began to fall, gentle drops as if washing away old sorrows. They sat there, silently watching the rain, but in their hearts, a door had opened. A door of forgiveness and hope. That evening, when Dee came to the house, Maya rushed out. "Dad!" Her clear voice rang out, making Huyen's heart skip a beat. The little girl threw herself into her father's arms, her small hands holding tight. Dae hugged her, his eyes red. "I'm sorry for coming back late, my girl." The small house seemed to glow with laughter and chatter. Huyen watched, her heart a mix of joy and fear. Fear that this happiness was fragile, a fleeting dream. But seeing Maya snuggle into her father's arms, giggling, Huyen understood. Sometimes, a reunited family, however simple, was enough to heal a heart. Weeks later, life settled into a calm rhythm. Dee helped Huyen with the garden, the market, and teaching Maya. Once, a neighbor passing by laughed and said, "You two look so happy now." Huyen only smiled, saying nothing. She knew the challenges they'd overcome to reach this moment. One afternoon, as the sun set, Dae sat beside Huyen on the porch and said softly, "I'll stay and rebuild everything from the start. I don't need much, just you and Maya." Huyen looked at him, a faint smile on her lips, her voice quiet but firm. Let's start over. The evening breeze carried the scent of earth and freshly watered vegetables. In the distance, Maya played with the chicks, her laughter clear and bright. In that moment, Huyen felt something. Happiness wasn't far away. It was in the small things they lived each day. Late that night, Huyen opened her notebook and wrote, "Life can take us to many places, sometimes making us lose each other. But as long as there's love in our hearts, there's always a road back." She closed the notebook, looking at Maya, sleeping soundly, and Dee keeping watch on the porch. The starry night sky glowed, moonlight spilling over the small house. Everything was calm, and for the first time in years, Huyen felt truly at peace. She smiled, whispering into the breeze, "Thank you for coming back, Day." This story follows Huyen, a single mother raising her little daughter Maya in a small countryside home. Despite hardship, they live with laughter, love, and faith. One day, Huyen receives a message from her ex-husband, Day, who returns after 3 years apart. Their reunion brings back pain, regret, and the hope of beginning again. Through their daughter's innocent smile, they realize that family isn't just a place to live, but the place the heart returns to. The story ends in peace, a small home under the gentle moonlight, and a whisper of gratitude for his return. It's a touching message about forgiveness, love, and the quiet strength that keeps people together no matter how far they've gone.